from Charlotte, North Carolina, at a combined weight of over 660 pounds, Roadie Rob, Baum, Bionic Brian, the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
And welcome to episode 671 of the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. We are going to talk about Monday Night Raw tonight. We're going to talk about SmackDown, but kind of in a combining state, if you will, as we talk more about the Money in the Bank build with the two brands. We also got some other little topics we'll talk about tonight. Not going to be a long show, not going to be too detailed. As you can see right now, I'm Roadie Rob. I'm your host, or as you can't see if you're on the podcast. Joining me is Brian. Brian, say hi.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Robert. Hello, Adam. Oh.
No?
Wait.
No, Adam is out of town doing one of his extracurricular activities, or whatever the word is. Yeah. So he will not be joining us. He's probably somewhere getting a good position for the live shows so he can throw stuff at the women. That's what I think.
Probably.
That's what he does. Speaking of women, right? Speaking of women, we may get Queen Kiera joining us tonight for the show. Maybe.
Ooh.
It's one of those wife things where it's like she says earlier, "Oh, Adam's not going to be here. You want me to join? Yeah, babe, that'd be great. Okay, cool, I'll do that." And then a minute ago, like, "Do you want me to join?" Like, I already said it would be cool. So do what you want to do. Oh, I know. I mean, if you told me no, it wouldn't hurt my feelings. Like,
I'll only join if you want me to.
Right, I already said it. So I'm just like, I'm okay. So Kiera may pop in. Speaking of people popping in, we got Christopher Steichleather, our Hall of Famer, on the board. And Mr. Min Homer, haven't seen you in a while. Good to have you. He's on the board.
Wow.
There are so many. There's hundreds on the board. There's so many that I can't get to all of them, Brian. But just rest assured, for you and for our podcast audience, it is more than an auditorium full. I'm telling you, it's crazy. So many people. So let's get right to it. Let's start with a classic if we can.
Extra big-ass topics.
Yes, it is the extra big-ass topics. We're bringing them back. Adam's not here. I got through a good intro to the show without being interrupted or being angry at somebody because Adam's not here. See what happens? My bubbly side comes out when Adam's not here. It's fun.
Just kind of let you do your thing. I don't tell you, hey, you should talk about. You're gonna talk about this, Rob?
Right.
You're gonna talk about that.
Unfortunately for the board, nobody's going to be here chatting with him the whole time. Well, you probably will, but not as bad. Not as bad.
I got the board right here. Yeah, I'll be chatting and keeping up with them, but
chatting away. Hey,
chit chat.
So speaking of chit chat,
topic
number one. So Money in the Bank build. So here's the topics for tonight. Money in the Bank build. It's talking specifically about the briefcase matches. Money in the Bank match card is going to be number 2, talking about the individual matches from Money in the Bank. And then I got one called Because, and then after that we got the cuts. The unofficial 5th main pay-per-view is what Money in the Bank is, Brian. Right? The unofficial. And before we get into the topic specifically, let me just pause myself and roll it back, my friend. So let's go topic by topic because I'm going to get ahead of myself. Money in the Bank build. So let's look at the men's. Tonight we had Brian. Did you watch any of the content tonight? We're going to be discussing. So I know
I was driving 7.5 hours today, so I did not.
So basically, I am painting the picture for you as well as Kara if she shows up and everyone else.
I have the results in front of me. I'm keeping up.
Okay.
I'm reading along. Yeah.
I am the Picasso of podcasting tonight. Is basically what this is going to be.
Pretty much.
Okay. All right. So paint the picture, Brian. Raw opens, and this is again a kind of a bookend thing. Raw opens, where it is Riddle's out there. Riddle's saying, "Hey," to Sonya Deville and what's his name, Adam, right? Adam, help me here.
Oh, Adam Pierce.
Adam Pierce, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
So he basically goes up to them and says, "Hey, I fucked it up for Randy last week. I feel bad about it, but Randy's not going to make it tonight because he missed his flight. He shouldn't pay the price. Let me go in his stead to try to get him the empty spot at Money in the Bank, or one of the several." So basically what we have is a last chance battle royal tournament. I'm not going to give you all the contestants in it. Just needless to say, it's tag team people, irrelevant people, Nobody who's going to possibly win.
Right.
Maybe Mustafa Ali, they might have snuck him in there as a fun guy for the Money in the Bank match, but no consequence there. So step one was Riddle had to win the Money in the Bank, which, guess what, Brian?
Hey, what happened?
He does.
Oh.
He does. All right. So that puts him in a triple threat match later in the night to face against Drew and AJ in a last chance qualifier.
Mm-hmm.
Great match. Good intensity. Riddle got, quote unquote, hurt. And at the end, unfortunately, as much as Riddle fought, Drew McIntyre finds himself right back on the path to getting a title shot. So Drew McIntyre going to Money in the Bank. Okay. I don't know where this is gonna leave because Riddle's still in Money in the Bank, Brian. He's in it from last week. Right?
Okay. So then what the hell? What was tonight all about?
Well, he was trying
I'm very confused.
He was fighting for Randy. Right? Fighting for Randy. So Douglas says, I have to say the Ricochet dive was the best part about Raw. Yes, and that's saying a lot. So back to Money in the Bank. So Riddle's in, Drew's in, Big E Friday night fights Apollo. Big E gets the win. And I think this is consequential, Brian, because not because Big E's going to get a shot at IC title.
Mm-hmm.
That's already roosted, right?
Right.
That rooster has crowed. That is over. He's moved on from that.
Cockadoodle doing.
Cockadoodle fucking do, right?
Yeah.
So now we got Big E and in the Money in the Bank, and the long term. What's the long term thing we've all been talking about, right? With Big E, Brian, what do you think?
World champion, right?
Right. That's where he's heading. There's no doubt about that. I think in most logical people's minds that Big E is being propelled for that belt, right?
100%.
But we got roadblocks now, which we'll get to in a little bit, concerning Roman and Edge, which is now a thing. So if Big E gets the briefcase, are we looking at a long-term hold for him after winning it? Because you have so much going on with two Goliaths on the SmackDown side.
Would you want Big E to win the championship with a briefcase?
Well,
I thought they kind of like tarnishes it a little bit if he were to do that.
Really? You think so?
Little bit.
Yeah.
Especially like his first one.
Okay. Well, let's examine that point, Brian, if we can. Yeah. First off, the odds are in his favor to cash in, right? That's more
Sure.
successful than there have been not.
Yes.
And if we're talking about, tarnishing your reputation or your what you've gone through, to get your title, if you're saying, you can't get your first one that way, well, I mean, look at Edge. Nobody says, Edge is good, but he won his first title on Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Really?
Didn't Seth too?
Yeah, Seth got his first on Money in the Bank. So we have successful champions in the past getting their first title win through Money in the Bank, propelling their careers to much higher levels. So I
suppose.
I think respectfully, my friend, you were spitting some bullshit there for a second.
A little bit. Not that it tarnishes it, but it kind of is like almost like a little bit of a shortcut, right? I mean, you get to have a match, and I know it's within the guidelines of the rules, and so in that sense, it's fine. It makes sense. It's logical, but I don't know, to go attack someone after they just had a match.
So now, after what, 13 years of Money in the Bank, now you're like, I don't like the way.
Yeah, I'm just, you know what? Adam's not here. I feel like someone has to kind of
be the irrational dickhead,
the bad cop to your good cop.
Well, I wouldn't even call it bad cop because he's usually just wrong. So the criminal,
the wrong cop,
the wrong cop. Okay, well, I mean, I think you just double spoke yourself and flip flopped, and and if you're playing the Adam card, then you're definitely doing it right. So that's good. On the board, let's see here. CM Punk won his first world title on a cash-in.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
So now we have 3 examples of successful careers, highly regarded champions, all got their first on the cash-in.
I'm going to sit over here and eat some crow.
Right. I believe, did Miz get his on the cash-in? I think Miz got his first on the cash-in. And then he beat Cena at Mania as the champion. Right?
You might be right. You might be right.
I think I am. Stykler says
like
he
Billy
thinks
Joel song.
You may be right. I know I am.
There you go.
I think Big E is going to win Money in the Bank and is going to cash in on Lashley. That's interesting. I mean, how far can you take the Drew thing? And if you look at Raw, how many options are there really for Bobby besides Drew?
Right.
I mean, you could say Kofi. I think that ship has sailed. They're going to have Bobby and Kofi going to have their match at Money in the Bank. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I don't see that going in Kofi's direction, right? All the heat's behind the Lashley train. I mean, who else on Raw? I mean, Orton, but he's not in that direction right now. He's not playing that game.
Drew. I mean, he was the only other one that we said that could potentially win.
So, board, if you're on the YouTube live chat board, throw us some ideas about who you think could possibly challenge Lashley for the title besides Drew or Big E coming over. Who currently on the Raw roster would be somebody we would seriously go, oh, okay, this makes sense. We wouldn't mind seeing that.
What about Arturo Ruiz? Oh no, he's not.
No, let it go. I don't know what you're doing there. What are you doing there?
Arturo Ruiz.
Oh, you know what?
He was one of the guys that got let go.
Oh yeah. We're gonna talk about that. Go ahead and do me a favor as you're thinking about somebody that could challenge Bobby for the title. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and then go ahead and hit that bell so you know every time we do something. And go ahead hit that like button too. So hit all those buttons right now while you're thinking about it. Click, click, click. Don't matter. Click, click, click.
Smash all of them.
Smash them all. Smash away. Smash away, giggity. Okay, Big E's in it. Johnny Drip's in it. He's just going to be a show contestant. There's no briefcase there, right? You agree?
What's that?
Johnny Drip. He's just for the fun of getting.
Yeah, he's just exactly. I think he's going to do great in the match. I think it's going to be fun, but I don't think he's going to.
And Ricochet's the same thing, right? Ricochet and Drip, they're just there to get the shit beat out of them and fly around the place.
Yeah,
you need that. So we got 3 spots left on Money in the Bank men's. Let's see here. Cyclo says the current rumor going around is Drew and Big E are going to be switching brands in this year's draft. Well, I mean, and that's what we were just talking about. What I'm looking for, Stike, is somebody on the roster right now on Raw that is an acceptable challenger to Bobby Lashley, other than Drew, that we could look at and go, oh, they could win.
What about I thought you meant just like on the roster in general,
no,
not in the match.
There's lots of people on the roster who have matches with him, but who do we see potentially actually dethroning him? Kofi doesn't have that heat.
What about AJ Styles? What about someone like him?
AJ Styles is locked up with Almost right now doing the tag team championship thing.
Well, I'm just painting hypothetical.
Okay, well, I mean, the hypothetical picture should be at least for 6 months. At least for 6 months. Who in the next 6 months could go against Bobby other than Drew?
I mean, one of the names is fucking Brock Lesnar. He's one of the names that's rumored to be showing up for SummerSlam.
Okay, so there's a good little side card there, little rumor mill. We'll hold that aside. It's still to the general point of my inquiry, still doesn't really fit. I mean, there's still nobody on the roster I could think of that is Nia Jax, maybe. I don't know. Okay.
Tamina.
So that's the men's Money in the Bank right now. I would say, Brian, we'll do odds-on favorites. We only have 5, but of the 5, my odds-on favorite is Big E. You? Of the 5, Drew, Riddle, Big E, Johnny Drip, Ricochet. Yeah, too easy.
You got to go with Big E.
Too easy. All right, so let's jump over the women.
Wait,
what? Yes.
Can I say maybe
what?
Riddle? Maybe Riddle.
Really? As a cash-in? You think he'd cash in and give it to Randy as a prize?
Oh. Wait, so timeout. Is Randy actually in the match?
Randy is not in the match.
He's not in the match. Okay.
Riddle qualified last week, and then tonight Riddle was fighting on behalf of Randy.
Right, on behalf of Randy. Riddle's in the match. No, I don't. I can't see him winning it for Randy, but I could see him having it, and I could see them doing a lot of fun stuff with him having the briefcase. Like maybe he could have it like where he like loses it because he's a fucking.
He keeps his stash in
space cadet. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. So Stockleather says the only other person on Raw is Orton, but they have him in this thing with Riddle, so there's no one else. Right. So yeah. Again, my point's proven. Let's jump over the women's side real quick. Of the 5 that I have listed here that I know of, We have Asuka and Naomi qualified last week, right? In the tag match. Nikki Cross is in. Alexa Bliss is in. And Carmella was just selected tonight by Sonya Deville, or Friday night by Sonya Deville. Just said, I'm just putting her in.
Poof.
Just poof. You're in. You're going to do your little burlesque show, and then you're in the Money in the Bank match. You know?
Right.
No hate, whatever. You got to have people.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, Asuka's defending Money in the Bank holder, so it makes sense. Naomi's, she's good for the fun stuff, to jump around a little bit. Cool. Nikki Cross will take some bumps. She's got a hot storyline going on right now. Makes sense. Alexa Bliss is a little confusing for me, since she's kind of doing her thing with Shayna and Nia. I guess maybe one of those two will get one of the last spots, their last 3 spots. I don't know.
Right.
Carmella just seems like an outlier. I don't understand that one at all.
Well, like, yeah, why did she come out to the ring and just like announce it?
I don't know.
She all the other ones competing for it.
It sounds to me like Sonya Deville is going to be announcing all of them for SmackDown. That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, tonight she gave Liv Morgan a chance to fight Carmella to get in. Even if Carmella lost, she was still in. So, nothing to lose there. I don't know. So,
Doesn't
that's a
make
good
sense
one.
to me, man.
That's a good one. Cycler says returning Sasha Banks gets put in the Money in the Bank match.
Oh, have you heard the news about her, sir?
No, please enlighten me.
So there's a little, and I don't know if it's true or not, but there are some rumors going around that she's been liking some anti-vax posts that have been circulating.
Come on.
And so there's
I mean,
yeah.
So not only if that's true, and I don't know,
we don't know if it's true.
Right.
Again, we don't.
If that's true, here's the conflicts. Number one conflict is that's fucking stupid, right? That's the number one conflict. Is that's fucking stupid. And if you think getting the vaccine is dangerous or all these other stupid fucking conspiracy theories, you're stupid. And I don't care if you agree with me or not. You're an idiot. But besides my personal belief in the stupidity of the anti-vaxxers.
That's the article. I just sent it to you.
Okay. And the other thing is the company, WWE, is pushing vaccinations. That they are doing a PR campaign pushing vaccinations, Brian. So if you're one of the more visible superstars on their roster and you're anti-vaccine against their PR campaign, that's got to be something where Stephanie's kind of rubbing her hands together saying, I don't know. I don't know if you think you're bigger than you think you are, but we've let go of people bigger than you. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but from a business standpoint, if that did and it got out and got big, that's a potential conflict of interest with your employer.
Right.
You know?
Well, I know there's only really been one other. Like, I know Nia said something about it. She was pretty vocal a few months ago, but she said something about like along the lines of like she'd rather trust the immune system that God gave her versus like having some sort of shot or whatever. Yeah. So I mean, she's really the only one I think has been like actually talking about it. I wonder, and now that you were just talking about it, I wonder what about like someone like Jackson Riker? Like, obviously, we know his beliefs are a little bit.
Let me say this first off. Anybody who says that, we'll trust the immune system that God gave us, they should study more about the Black Plague. Because in the Black Plague, they all thought that God was going to save them, too. So, that didn't happen, even when it came back. As far as Jackson Riker goes, I'm torn with him. And I know we're kind of getting off the wrestling thing, but I'm torn with him because he's a Marine. I'm a Marine, so by that, we're family, right? I take that seriously. It's very important to me. I've met Jackson Riker. He's a very sweet man. I say that he's a very nice, very humble, sweet man. But he's a fucking lunatic when it comes to the things he believes. So, I'm very torn on him. Like I don't want to like him for so many reasons. On the other hand, I have a lot of things about him that, are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. You know, just like Sasha. I mean, I hope she didn't say that stuff. I met Sasha. Sasha was a wonderful, humble person, beautiful person, inside and out. Just hope she's not an idiot. I don't know. Okay. So as of right now, if see, I don't like the Sasha Banks coming back, Brian. I don't like that. I mean, we don't have a match necessarily for Bianca and Bayley at Money in the Bank, but they are leaning that way.
Mm-hmm.
If Sasha's the return of Sasha, I would think would be a big hype around Bianca, right? The whole rematch for that.
True.
And if that's the case, why ruin her return? Well, I guess to get her the briefcase to be able to go after Bianca again. Okay, so
right.
I'm going to stop myself and I sound like an idiot.
And then Stike on the board actually chimed in. He also said that, or maybe Becky Lynch is announced as a surprise entrant, which I know she's been rumored about it. So I don't know. How many months has it been since they've had, I mean, what? Well, it's been a few months since they've had the baby, right? The baby's what? 2 months?
Yeah,
3
but
months?
I mean, you don't necessarily just pop the baby out and go, okay, boss, I'm ready to clock in.
Right, let's go. I'm ready to bump.
There is recovery process, then she's got to get back in shape, and she's still got time that she has to bond with her child. It's very important for a mother, a new mother, to bond with their child for a good amount of time. So, I know everybody's excited about the possibility of Becky coming back. I'm not necessarily on that train that she's just going to pop up here at Money in the Bank or sometime here soon. Coming from a parent, motherhood it's really important, and it's even more understood now that mothers should spend a lot of time, not just, a couple months after I give birth, but a year after birth as just kind of, to be there with the child. Maybe they won't follow that. Maybe Vince is like, get your ass back. I don't know. But I'm not necessarily having that Mark dream that Becky's going to pop in. I think that's all speculative based on Mark saying, oh, well, it's been this many months, so she should be ready now. So we'll write an article saying that she's going to show up at Money in the Bank. I don't think it's that simple. I think that's people who don't have children saying that, honestly. And not to sound like a dick.
Yeah.
Just saying. So,
I don't know, but if that means if Becky comes back, does that mean that Seth can't, who's fucking watching the baby?
Well, I think they're pretty rich, so I'm pretty sure that not only family, but they'll probably have people that can handle that for them. They're not like me, where it's like, fuck, a babysitter cost me $60. We're not going out. Fucking. So
Vince, I can't go to SummerSlam.
Right, and they said that she's been seen at the Performance Center the last few weeks, and that's great. And they live in Florida, I think. They live in Florida. They have a house there. Yeah.
Do they? I don't know.
I would imagine
sure Seth still lives in Davenport. He live in Iowa?
Davenport. I mean, they might live there full time. They might have a second house. It's not like they're fucking struggling, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if that's the case, she can still go to the Performance Center, work out, get back in shape, and go back home and be with the child. So that doesn't necessarily nix anything I'm saying about her, not coming back, and I might be wrong, but that's my logical thought. As Anaconda Vice, my sworn enemy in life, would tell you, I'm probably mostly wrong. And he wants, where's Adam? I want to blow him. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah. That was my impression of Anaconda Vice. So.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. It was.
I could just. Oh wait, no. What'd you say?
Nothing. No, I'm not gonna let you record that. You will Fox News the shit out of me with that. I know you.
Yeah, I mean, you already did. So.
Oh, god damn it! All right. Well, now I feel like I've just failed in life.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
I just timestamped it, so
Money in the Bank's done. All right. Let's go to Money in the Bank match card build. So here we go. Like I said, the fifth unofficial major tournament, if you will, of pay-per-views. And I mean, we're still on Mania matches, Brian.
Yeah, kinda.
We're still on I mean, Edge and Roman is a new one. That's awesome. I'm all in on that. Edge showed up tonight or Friday night, got the big spear on Roman. Fucking great pot. It would have been great with a crowd. Really hate it wasn't a crowd, but I get it. So they're gonna have a match at Money in the Bank. Fucking Awesome. Totally fucking down.
Cool.
Can't wait for that.
Sign me up.
Yeah. Rhea and Charlotte doing it again. I don't know. This is the weirdest heel turn, Brian, I've ever experienced. So tonight we had a women's tag match, and it was Charlotte, Natty, and Tamina versus Rhea, Mandy, and Dana. You know, a real fucking nail biter. Or bathroom break, however you want to look at it. So Charlotte, Natty, and Tamina won. Charlotte's in the ring, raising her hand at the end of the match, and Rhea comes in and chop blocks her. Fucking just takes her fucking knee out.
Okay.
Which is this continued,
I like it.
This continued kind of de-evolution of face Rhea, right?
Right.
She's slowly becoming a heel, but not really becoming a heel, but kind of becoming a heel.
Sorta.
And it's, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just different. It's a different way to see a heel turn. We've seen the gradual, oh, he cheated one time. Oh, sorry, cheated again. Fuck it, I meant it that time. The gradual kind of, fuck it, if they can do it, I can do it too. It's kind of a unique formula. I'm not engaged in this storyline. I'm frankly bored with it, and Charlotte does nothing to. I'm not a big fan of Charlotte or Rhea. Honestly.
Or Rhea, really?
Yeah, honestly, I'm just not.
Whoa.
I don't see. She's fine. I don't see all the buzz, all this that everyone throws her way. And no, hey,
you watched NXT. You saw her in NXT. I thought she was phenomenal.
I didn't think that she didn't blow my socks off there either. No.
Huh.
No.
I didn't know that.
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Yeah, I've never gotten the appeal. Never.
Huh.
You know, I get it.
Wow,
I get the character. She's a hard worker. She's good at what she does. No hate. But as far as the stardom, I just don't get the big push. I don't.
Wow.
I mean, what is it about her that you sell me on her?
I mean, first of all, the quality of her matches, I feel like, are definitely up there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she does her moveset.
Mm.
I like her little pump handle gimmick that she's got going on for her finish.
Mm-hmm.
I like her whole presentation is a little bit different too. Just doing like the whole, like, it's not death metal, but she's got like some of the black paint, all the you know what I'm talking about, bro. I don't have to fucking just describe every single thing about her, but yeah, I don't know. She's an interesting character. That's all. She's a little bit different. That's why I thought you'd like her.
No. I hear everything you're saying. I mean, your first couple of answers were pretty generic and kind of fucking skirting away. I like her moveset, and in the ring she's good. Fine.
Yeah,
you could say that for a lot of people.
Sure. Not really.
You more than none.
Most people.
Most people. You said she's an interesting character. Well, there's interesting characters. Depends on your definition of interesting. I'm asking more or less what makes her stand out to be the one.
Right now on Raw, couldn't tell you. NXT was a little bit different. She was booked a little bit stronger, but for right now with Raw, I mean,
I think she's been force fed everywhere she's been except for UK. And I didn't watch UK, so I really can't speak on it. Too educated like.
Yeah.
But NXT, I thought she was force fed, not to us, but force fed up the roster. Like, here, you're gonna do this now. Now you're gonna be the champion. And came to WWE, and obviously right away, like, fucking eat the belt, take the belt now.
Right.
So I mean, kind of a force feeding on us, but and I say this all the time, and I hate to be so negative, Brian. I just get so tired. I get so tired of
of what?
Of these brand new champions.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like somebody who's getting the belt for the first time. I mean like somebody who's getting the belt for the first time and they're fucking brand new. They're fucking, boom, I'm on the roster and I'm the champion. I know I don't want to sound like a cranky old bastard. Mm-hmm. And I know I don't want to be like, well, back in my day.
Yeah.
And I know I'm going to sound that way. But back in my day, a wrestler worked his way through the lower cards, the early matches, built themselves into probably the tag team titles, moved from the tag team titles to the IC belt, fought their way through the IC belt, graduated to the main belt, and then a determination was made whether they would stay at that level or kind of go back and mix in and just kind of play with the blood feuds. That to me is such a perfect formula.
You forgot one.
What?
Forgot one situation.
What?
Winning the briefcase and cashing in undeservingly. But go on.
Okay. Well, they didn't have the briefcase back in the day I was talking about. But I think I'm not gonna. I like the briefcase. I'm not gonna hate on that.
I like it too. I'm just being the devil's advocate.
You're not good at it. But I mean, in my formula, you come, you learn from the people who are there before you, right? Tribal knowledge.
Sure.
You're learning the business through the veterans, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're knowing your role. You're not coming in as the man or the woman. You're coming in there and you're earning your stripes. And you get that first tag team title, maybe, to give you some championship experience, to know how to hold the title, to just know how to hold it. And I'm not even speaking figuratively necessarily. I'm talking literally. Just to learn how to hold the fucking belt the right way, just to have the strap so you can feel it in your hands and know how to hold the fucking thing. And that's not a big deal, but it's just a small example of the little things you learn as a lower level champion, if you will, right?
Yeah.
Lower visibility champion. So you do that. You just learn how to hold the belt, how to kind of be a champion as a tag team champion. You fight your way through blood feuds and all kinds of shit to get to the IC title. You get the IC title, and then you learn how to be a solo champion, and either you fail and your reign as a champion ever again crashes and burns, or you show your shit and you end up propelled. You show that you have what it takes to be the champion. The champion. Rock, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, all perfect examples. Fucking Hitman, all perfect examples. And some of the best wrestlers of yesterday and today, frankly. And they went through that formula, Brian. They went through that formula.
They don't really do it anymore, man.
Well, I know they don't. And now they just say, oh, you're on the roster? Hey, you know what? Fuck it. Let's make you the champion day one. It was cool when AJ Lee lost to Paige on her first night because it was a surprise. It was a shocker. But
it was a fluke.
Right.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But just like when Vince McMahon hears a cool something out of somebody's mouth and he turns it into a weekly fucking catchphrase,
right?
Vince saw this Paige moment and went, let's do this more often. No. In what fucking league? Any kind of league. Anything. And if you want to make the argument entertainment, in what fucking TV shows or movies do people come out of nowhere and are automatically the top of the fucking game without proving that they can be top of the game?
Well, that's why I enjoy AEW and their ranking system, sir.
Oh, go fuck off.
I mean, that's essentially what you're describing with all these.
Yeah, ranking system would be great. They don't use the ranking system. They just don't.
What do you mean?
I mean, they don't.
Yes, they do. It's updated right now. Do you want me to? I can pull it up.
When's the last time there was a match and it was announced that it had anything to do with the rankings? When's the last time that they did any kind of coverage explaining the rankage? When's the last time they said, here's how this works? Never. AEW has never explained the ranking system. Ever.
I mean, it's updated. They still update it on their website.
I can update a ranking system right now, Brian, if you want. It'd make you feel better. But they've never explained how it works. They never explained the consequences of it. They never explained how the number one contender gets the opportunity at the champion. They've never, ever done any. It's like fucking Tower of Doom, man. What the fuck's going on? I don't know. We'll just wait and see how it ends. You know? Or what was that?
We should have rankings. Marked Out should have rankings.
We should. We'd probably be better. I'm just being honest, right? I mean, AEW could have an effective like brawl ranking system, like, oh, this brawl's number one ranking, and all these people who brawl, and all these people who brawl are number two. They should do rankings of their factions. They've got enough.
We watched it, and there weren't that many brawls. There was 1, 2. The Bucks at the end.
Yeah, is that not too much?
That's 1. I don't know. You see Jungle Boy is dating Anna Jay?
She thinks he's Luke?
Luke who? Perry?
Perry?
No.
No?
She's like, no, dude, she fucking wasn't alive when
Obviously,
90210
obviously I was making a joke.
No. All right, well, I can't tell.
Yeah. No,
Wearing a hat, I can't see your eyes. We're remote.
Sorry, I haven't shaved my head in a couple of days, so I got the dad horseshoe going thing. We're just growing on the sides. Fuck it.
Let's grow it out, man.
Yeah,
No?
I don't think I can handle that one.
No.
I look like a predator walking around my neighborhood. Hey, you guys want some candy? All right.
Like wrestling?
Right. Kofi and Bobby Lashley. Bobby's gonna win that. It's just it's a spot filler. Maybe Seth and Cesaro again. Maybe Bianca and Bailey again. Maybe Natty, Tamina, and the Blondes. I hope not. So
yeah.
I don't know. That's it. Okay. I think that's it. It's been. Yeah. Let's go ahead and let's just do this.
3.
All right. 3. We did 1. We did 2. If you guys want to bring up more stuff about Money in the Bank on the board, have at it. We'll respond.
Yeah.
Real quick, I want to, Brian, we've talked about on this show before, overused.
Mm-hmm.
Overused moves, right? Super kicks. Everybody does fucking super kick. Fucking used. And we've talked about overused gimmicks and all the different ways that WWE, AEW, Impact, everybody overuse shit nowadays. But there's one that they overuse, and I'm tired of it.
Where in AEW or WWE or just wrestling?
It's more so WWE, but it does happen on AEW.
Okay.
It is a phenomenon. And it is the most overused word in wrestling. And that word is because. Because. I have a radio background, right?
Mm-hmm.
Radio and journalism, whatnot. And I was given all kinds of training on, how you speak on a mic, the diction you use, the words you don't use, you don't blow it up with ums. You don't want you don't want a whole bunch of you don't want that. It can irritate fucking people. You're right. So for me, in that context, but not just that context, but also just in a conversational context, not just in a conversational context, Brian, but in I'm going to kick your ass promo context. If you go back and you listen to every, and I'm not being hyperbolic, I'm saying fucking every in-ring promo in the last 3 weeks on WWE. Maybe 1 or 2 exceptions. I don't want to be caught wrong. The promo would go something, defined ending, because something, defined ending, because something, and it repeats, and it repeats. And I don't know if there are writers that are writing scripts for these talent that have a whole bunch of becauses, they should be fired.
You don't want it.
I don't want it's not just that I want it. Is it there's a pattern to natural speak, right? There's a way that it's the Ron Burgundy. There's an inflection point.
Sure.
Right? I'm Ron Burgundy?
Yeah.
Asking the question. And then there's I'm Ron Burgundy. And that's fucking final. Full stop. End of that. That his inflection said, I'm done. In these promos now, they do the inflection of completion, of a solid point inflection at the end of a sentence or a paragraph. They pause, and then they say, because. And then they start the process all over again. It's lazy. And nobody talks like that. I've never been in a conversation with you or Adam or Kiera or anybody I know, for that matter, and in the process of my monologue to you before your response, I dropped in 7 becauses.
Yeah.
You
Doesn't make sense.
You really haven't noticed this?
No, that would be weird. Well, I mean, I haven't noticed it because I've been cleansing myself of Monday Night Raw. I've been watching SmackDown a little bit, and it's definitely watchable. I mean, it's much better than sitting through Raw.
Yeah,
but
I
haven't noticed it. But man, I mean,
just take a dip back in. Just go watch a couple promos. You don't have to watch a whole show. Don't torture yourself. Dip back in, watch a few promos. Bianca Belair's, she's guilty of it. Seth is guilty of it. Drew does it. I mean, Kofi does it. Go through and just watch a few of the promos, and you'll see it's a fucking because fest.
But it's not necessarily their fault. It's the writers then.
That's the point. I'm not hating on the talent here because if it was just one person who did this all the time, okay, that's annoying. That's that person. I can't take it. But it's not. It's a consistent theme with all these talents, which tells me they're being directed this way. If maybe they're learning it in their promo classes.
I mean,
maybe that's. I don't know. I was taught sometimes when you can't figure out something to say, if you're going to say or something like that, maybe move towards so. So sometimes you'll hear me say so.
Or make a horse noise.
Right. That's fantastic. I always know that Brian has something to say.
Right.
Horse noise. But speaking of cleansing, speaking of cleansing,
4.
Let's talk about some cuts here, then we'll get out of here. Speaking of cuts, though, I need you to cut away for a second. Go to patreon.com/MOWP. Put in that $9.98 a month. That's what it. $9.98 a month. I think that's it.
I think with handling fees and taxes, I think it does come out to $9.99. But
okay, all right. So $9.99 a month. You get all of our content that we don't put on YouTube, all of our reactions to pay-per-views, any watch-alongs we do, any original content. Are the most recent ones up, Brian?
I don't even. What were the most recent ones that we did? Oh,
Hell in a
no.
Cell?
You sent it to me. Yes, that's right. I will have them up tomorrow. Those will be up tomorrow.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, cuts. So a few weeks ago, we saw a very shocking lineup of Braun, Buddy Murphy, Lana, Ruby Riott, Alistair, Santana Garrett. Out of that first round, Brian, Lana, obviously I had no problem with Lana.
No, she was expected.
But the rest of them, I didn't have a problem with Santana Garrett.
No.
But Alistair, Ruby, Buddy, and Braun, I thought were just monumental mistakes.
Braun especially.
Oh yeah, his shelf life would have been 20 years. You know, you could have used him for 20. You used every giant you ever had. You used them for decades.
Right.
I don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, I know with him it was more about his contract apparently.
Oh. Okay.
And so they were trying to cut bait with that. But I mean, who's to say maybe he can get re-signed? I don't know. I can't see him going to the Indies or anything like that.
No.
Definitely not.
So once they made those big cuts, and then we had a few more a couple days ago, where basically they looked at 205 Live and said, yeah, overdue. And they got rid of Arya Daivari, Tony Nese, your boy, Tony Nese, Captain Douche-a-lot.
Hey.
It's all right. I look at him, I see douchebag. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I never met him.
Yeah. Chase Parker and Matt Martell, the collective group of Ever-Rise. I was heartbroken by Ever-Rise. Heartbroken. I mean that. I don't.
No.
August Gray. I don't really know him. Who?
He just got there,
okay,
maybe within the past 6 months.
And now he's just gone.
And he's gone.
Okay.
And he's gone.
And then Fandango and Tyler Breeze. Not surprised. Still.
No.
That's one of those we weren't surprised when Zack Ryder was released, but it was well, fuck. I like Zack Ryder. I like Fandango.
Apparently Breeze, I mean, I think he was there for 11 or 12 years, and he was a big I think Bailey had tweeted out that he was very instrumental in her career.
Yeah.
And he has a wrestling school down in Florida with what's his nuts from AEW, Sean Spears.
Okay, cool.
So they're going to be busy. He's going to be busy doing that. I'm sure he'll show up in AEW in some capacity.
You think AEW?
I mean, it's too convenient. I think he lives in Florida. He's boys with Spears.
But isn't it?
He's well respected backstage.
Is Impact not still in Orlando?
I'm sorry.
Is Impact not still in Orlando? Are they somewhere else?
No, they're filming in Nashville. I mean,
Okay.
he could show up there too. I mean,
Okay.
it's not like he can't fly on a plane and go over there. But
it's not that far. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Again, nothing very surprising in this run. Tony Nese, everybody here kind of ran through their usefulness, in my opinion. And I don't mean to sound mean there, but I mean it's Ari Daivari. Who watched 205 Live? You did.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I didn't even know it was still going.
Wait, you forgot one.
Who?
Kurt.
Oh God, I did. I feel
so juicy.
I don't even know where my sound effect is. Oh, that's not it. Oh
That's
man,
not it.
I'm so upset by that. Kurt's
What the
dying.
fuck?
They never really let him do his thing, man.
He was hurt. Yeah, hurt.
So juicy.
There we go. Oh no.
Man.
Rest in peace, Kurt Stallion.
Yeah, we hardly knew ye.
Yep. Good luck at all your future endeavors, all you releases. Speaking of releases, we're about to release you back to your lives. Wednesday night. Are you guys having a podcast this Wednesday?
I have no. Oh, actually, AEW is back on Wednesday, so I think so.
So you will. So AEW reaction show Wednesday with Adam and Brian. Hopefully, Brian makes it back. Yeah, Money in the Bank come up in a few weeks, so we'll do that too. Bob will be joining us for Money in the Bank.
I'm so excited for that.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun. We're going to have Brian in studio. We're going to have Bob here. Adam.
We're all going to be in studio.
Adam, yeah. Steve Awesome will be here. We'll make sure.
No shit, yeah?
Yeah, we'll bring back the whole crew. We'll do the whole fucking reunion.
God.
So that's awesome. We wish to send our love and well wishes and thoughts out to all those in Miami and the tragedy of the Champlain Towers. Horrible situation. I want to mention that, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible.
Awful.
It's so awful. If you look at the pictures of where the ceiling to floor, how it pancaked down, there's this. I understand having hope, but that's
how long ago? When did it collapse?
What was it? Friday? I think it was Friday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah. Horrible. So all the love out to them. And that's gonna be our show tonight. Free of the Adam. I'm sure it lost some of its zeal without Adam here. It's just two boring guys talking about wrestling, and nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. None. All right. Brian.
He's probably talking to them in his DMs right now in his secret.
Oh yeah.
He's got like a secret group chat with all of them.
Oh yeah, they're probably like, "Oh, Rob sucks at this, Adam. We miss you. By the way, can you send us a picture of your dick?" That's
Brian says I'm a lot. He makes horse noises and he loves the Ascension.
Yeah, and Rob says he hates because, and I know you say that, Adam. So fuck him. And let's I can't do it. All right. Thank you so much, Brian. Good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, man. You
always
too.
And all you wrestling fans out there, make sure you watch what you're gonna watch, but mark out like no one's watching.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Smackdown Podcast is produced and edited by U-Record Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.